everybody, thanks for joining. If you're new, my name is Eva, and if you're returning, thanks for coming back to watch another video. So as I discussed in my Birkin unboxing video, I said that I was going to make a video about which bags I sold in order to fund this purchase. I'll have the unboxing video linked below. By the way, this is a size 30, Togo leather. The color is cobalt blue palladium hardware. Before we get started today, I just wanted to say that all the bags that I'm showing you, I bought pre-loved. So when I say that I got a good offer from Fashionphile, that's of course from my perspective, considering the original purchase price, which was significantly under retail. I chose to sell to Fashionphile because I was trying to build up store credit. And if you select store credit as the payment option, you get an additional 10%, and that can really add up. So I've got 12 bags to go through here to show you. If you watched my latest Louis Vuitton collection, then you won't be surprised by this one. This is the Sorbonne backpack, and I wasn't pleased with the zipper, the closure of this bag, so I was really happy to send it on its way. And this was a special edition bag with the pins. Not all of the Sorbonne bags had the pins. And I think that's maybe why I got such different price quotes from Fashionphile the first time I submitted it compared to the second time. I think that's just who was looking at the bag and realizing that this was a special edition bag, so it was worth more. So when I got the first offer, I was like, no way, but I waited till the offer expired and then submitted again and got twice the value on that offer. So that worked out really well for me. This Gucci mini was in my vlog sale. It didn't sell, that's okay. I was able to get a good offer from Fashionphile. Again, the first offer was quite low, but I resubmitted it, and maybe because it was getting closer to the fall season, maybe they had more demand for suede, the offer went up significantly. The third one I'm a little bit sad about because I loved having it so much. It's the Fendi Monster Baguette in the mini size, and it was the twin version where one side was the monster and then the other side was just the plain baguette. I noticed it just wasn't getting that much wear, as fun as it was. It was just a little bit too small, and it would have to be kind of like a special occasion bag. I noticed that I was tending to reach for top handles when I had a special occasion, so I was ready to let that one go. Okay, number 4, the Loewe Rainbow Raffia bag. This one was so beautiful. I mean, the colors were so intense and just so beautiful to look at. But I noticed it was starting to get a little bit of wear on the raffia, which is not a surprise. But as soon as I noticed that, I was like, let's go ahead and sell this before there gets to be any more damage on it. So I sold that one before things got worse. Number 5 was the Gucci padlock bag. I thought this bag was so cool when I first got it, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. But after a while, I felt that it was a little bit too small. And if I didn't have it packed up just right, that padlock was heavy and would make it fall forward. So that was starting to annoy me a bit. Number 6, I had a mulberry bag that I thought was really beautiful in terms of the shape and the silhouette, but it was super fussy. I featured it in my fussy bags video, and I was just tired of the way that the opening was. So you have to like lift the panel off before you could actually lift the flap. So since it was annoying me, it was on its way. Number 7, my YSL Mini Lou camera bag. This was such a cute and I think a very special bag. I wasn't really looking to get rid of it. I just kind of thought, well, let me put this in for a quote and see what happens. And I think because leopard bags are becoming so much more popular, I got quite a good offer on that. So because of that, I decided, okay. Number 8 was my Diorissimo bag. I was conflicted about this one because I liked it a lot. I loved the leather on that. It was so like hardy. I loved the color of the interior. It was the same color as the signature flavor of our local ice cream shops here in Cincinnati. It's Graeter's Black Raspberry Chip. Well, anyway, when I would carry the bag, it wasn't a problem, but when I would set it down or when I was wearing it crossbody, the weight of the charms would just make that side of the bag sag where the charms were. And I just didn't like that particular aspect of that bag. So I got a good quote. It was actually for the same price that I paid for that bag, so I sent it on. Number 9 is also Dior, my Lady Dior. I know. I had to think about this one quite a bit, but you know, I loved looking at that bag more than I enjoyed actually using it, if that makes sense. Such a beautiful bag. It was different. It was different than the classic Lady Dior. It had the canage actually etched into the leather, and it had studs that were flowers. I just loved the look of it so much, but it was annoying. The handles were annoying, the opening, the flap was okay, but it just wasn't very easy to use. So I got a great offer. Again, it was for the exact same price that I paid for that bag, so I took that as a sign to just move it on and let it go. Number 10. And as I go through this list, it's like the things that were more and more and more difficult for me to actually let go. But I had the vision, you know, that I could buy a Birkin without a lot of out-of-pocket money here. So that's what I was really going for. So number 10 is my Gucci wicker bag, glazed Cestino bag. I was inspired to get this from watching other YouTubers. I did love it at first. I was super excited to get it. But when I wore it, it just, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. And I was concerned about the wicker because I had some damage on that raffia bag. And also once I got my Coach wicker bag, I feel so more carefree and easy using that this summer. So I got a great offer. Is it what I paid for it? And I think that's like amazing that you can own a bag for a while, try it out, and then be able to get your full money back. I know not every selling situation is like that, but I felt really lucky on that one. Okay, number 11, my Loewe mini puzzle bag. What I loved most about this bag was the color. I loved this color. Now it shows up in the photo a little bit more red, but in real life it's just raspberry. It's a raspberry pink, a very intense raspberry color. I just loved looking at it. This is another example of a bag that I loved looking at more than actually using. It wasn't bad to use, it was just a little bit too small for when I wanted to wear the puzzle bag, so that's why I decided for me that the small and the medium sizes were better than the mini for the puzzle bag. And then finally my last one, number 12. This was my YSL puffer bag in the size medium. I loved that bag. I loved the leather on that bag. I loved the squishiness of the bag, the texture of the bag. I just loved it intensely. The reason why I considered letting it go is because when I got it, there was a slight perfume smell. And I tried everything to get this smell out. I tried the ionizer, whatever you call that machine, and it seemed to like work at first, but then that smell would like come back after time. Newspaper, I tried coffee grounds, baking soda, like none of my methods were working. And so every time I would use that bag, I just had that scent of perfume, and that wasn't a perfume that I liked. Generally, I'm not into fragrances, but that specific scent just bothered me. I took the opportunity to get an offer and send that one on. Also, it feels good to have the collection to be a little bit more manageable and hopefully get more rotation out of the bags that I currently do own. So I hope this was interesting, gave you some insight as to why I let some of those bags go. If you have any specific questions, just leave them for me in the comments or find me on Instagram, and I'll be happy to chat with you with more details if you're thinking about selling any of your bags. All right, well, thanks for joining me today. You take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.